This month, chapter 30 of Toyotaro's Dragon Ball Super manga came out, and where he's at in this story, the Tournament of Power hasn't even begun. They're at the exhibition stage, and just like in the show, Goku asks Toppo about Jiren, but in this, they actually go into a lot more detail. It gives you a better understanding of who Jiren is, what motivates him, and why he didn't even want to fight in this tournament to begin with. Goku is speaking to Toppo outside the exhibition arena, and they're talking about Jiren. Goku asks why, if Jiren is the strongest being in Universe 11, how is he not the god of destruction? And Toppo replies by saying, similar to you, Goku, Jiren has no intention of becoming a god of destruction. It's the same reason why Goku didn't take up the offer. Destruction for the sake of keeping balance is not something he believes in. We then switch over to the Universe 11 planet of the gods, and this is really interesting. We didn't get to see how Universe 11 decided on their team, but it was Toppo. There was some discussion about adding the other guys outside the Pride Troopers who maybe would have been stronger, but it all comes back to one man. Universe 11 is so adamant, if they have Jiren, they win. When Toppo goes to see the rest of the Pride Troopers, they are fighting this alien, very similar to how they were in the show. Dispo and everyone else are there, but there is no Jiren. Now, this alien that they're fighting actually manages to trap them and pretty much has all of the Pride Troopers in a stalemate. But from out of the sky comes Jiren. He crashes straight into the alien, and he doesn't kill him, and this will lead on to more of Jiren's character later, but for now, he shrinks him, and that's how we're introduced to Jiren in the Dragon Ball Super manga. Now, Toppo and Dispo walk up to him and they say, weren't you taking care of a situation on another planet? Did you seriously fly from another planet without using a spaceship? And Jiren just said, yeah, it was faster. It's pretty open to interpretation. We don't know when Jiren left or how long it actually took him to fly across the universe, but it's implied that it was quick, and that's just another one of Jiren's insane abilities. This is where I think it gets really interesting. It cuts back to the Universe 11 god, and he gives some insight onto who Jiren is and some of his character. He says that Jiren is entirely motivated by justice. It goes against everything he stands for to kill someone, even if they're evil. But there is a wish he wants fulfilled, and even if it means throwing away everything he stands for, he wants that wish no matter what. This wasn't even touched on in the show. It was only briefly mentioned that Jiren has an important wish, but to throw away everything he stands for to get it. This wish could be the most important one ever made in the history of this series. They've been hiding it in the show, but Toyotaro in the manga, he tells us pretty much everything and actually gives Jiren more of a character here than we've ever seen before. When Toppo tells Jiren about the Tournament of Power, Jiren says that he will not compete. He doesn't see the justice in killing other universes just for Universe 11 to survive. And if Universe 11 does get eliminated without him there, that will be their fate, and that's his mentality. But then the Universe 11 god appears and tells Jiren that the winner gets one wish, and this intrigues him. He looks at Toppo and says, if there are any issues back on Universe 11, I'll come back straight away. From that final sentence, to me, it's like Jiren isn't from Universe 11. He has a homeworld, and because he can't get to that homeworld, it makes you think that it's in one of the destroyed universes, universes 13 through 18. That's why he didn't want to fight for Universe 11 and decide the fate of other universes, because he knows what having a universe destroyed feels like. I made a video touching on this as an origin story for Jiren. It's called An Origin for Jiren. That was back when we didn't have this information that we have right now, and it actually goes into this. If you want to check that video out, I'll link it down below, but it's really looking like that is what the origin for this character will be. And even if we don't get a backstory for Jiren in the show, which I do think we will, Toyotaro has it covered. I love his version of the manga because he's doing things differently. He's actually showing Jiren's character, because right now he is the most important character in this series, and if you just watch the show you wouldn't know all this extra stuff. So let me know what you think Jiren's wish is. My take is that he wants to restore the universes that were previously destroyed, because somewhere between universes 13 through 18, that is where he is from, and everyone that he grew up with originated in those universes that were unfairly destroyed by Xeno, and that's why he fights for justice, to let what happened between universes 13 through 18 never happen to anyone again. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next Dragon Ball video.